Hi, everybody. It is either Thursday, January 6th, or Friday, January 7th. Depends on which day you went on the field trip. But this is the other day of the week. This is our Do Now. It is in Schoology. So let's take a look here. It is in Schoology. So again, it's in your materials folder. It's all the way down here at the bottom. Do Now. And here is the speed or calculations slideshow that we're going to look at today. Now I'm going to talk about, and we're going to work on a sheet. If you were absent, here is the speed calculation practice sheet for you to do. So that's always the work is here. Now I won't always say absent, but for this week, we might just keep adding that tag. So if you were absent, this is what you know you need to do. And maybe not, maybe I'll just have them here. And if you're just not here, this is where your work is. Anything we're grading. And our force and motion notebook will be due on Friday, January 21st. So we can kind of take a look at that as we work on another lab. So you should have some time to have that done. All right. So let's take a look at what we got going on today. Lauren's SUV was detected in exceeding the posted speed limit of 60 kilometers per hour. How fast was she going if she covered a distance of 10 kilometers in 5 meters? Well, that's great. So we got to sit there and say, all right, got to think about that. But wait, 5 minutes. Okay. So let's take a look at that. I got to change that. I got to take my 5 minutes. I'm going to take 5 and I'm going to divide it by 60. And I'm going to come up with a decimal. Okay. Sorry for I'm still working on using this. But that comes out to 0.08. 3, you're all laughing, and that's okay. And that's that running 3, so we put the little bar over it. That's our time in hours. So now we're going to say, well, 10 kilometers. So 10 kilometers, so we'd have 10 divided by that 0.08. 3. Okay. And you put, because it's the running, just put in a bunch of 3s afterwards. And that answer is what you would put in to Schoology in today's Do Now, is whatever you come up with there. All right. That's amazing. So we're going to close out drawing here. We're going to come here. And our expectations say was that we're going to practice solving net force and solving for speed or velocity. So today we're actually going to be solving for speed. If we have time, you can finish up those worksheets from yesterday. All right, we can determine which numbers to add, calculate using the speed, distance, and time triangle, and then adding direction if solving for velocity. Remember, we can say we're going 55 miles an hour, but unless we say we're going 55 miles per hour north, we're not talking about velocity. So on the top half of this worksheet is this statement. You can read through it, but the question really is, what is velocity? And we've talked a lot about that. So we're going to say that velocity, we're going to add a little text box here, that velocity is speed, and I want to make sure we use the right term for direction because it's really important. Speed and direction of movement. Okay, so you can put in whatever in yours. Okay. And then we're going to come down here. Now, this is the next column. You want to go through this, and you're going to take, here's our distance, which is 2,848 an hour. So that's distance, and then I have time. So if I take 200 or 2,000, and let's put that in here, 2,848 divided by 2, that equals 142 kilometers, because that's my distance, per hour, that's my time. And now if I was to look at a map, I could say, because it says we're starting at Houston, Texas. So let's take a look at our map here. Houston, Texas is here. Okay. And if I'm going to, so right about here, and if I'm going to go up here to New York, well, I have north, south, east, E, and west. Sorry. I'm not quite going to the north. I'm not going directly east. I'm going to the northeast. So so there we go. Okay, and you can put northwest up here. And when you're doing this second part where you're working on direction, you can come back to this place, and it's in here in the recording, and you can pause so you have this map handy. So what we're going to do is we're going to come back here, and we're going to go to this one. And we said we said that from Houston, that is to the northeast. So let's say we're going to come down here. We're going to try the Atlanta, Georgia one together. We'll try this one together. Same kind of thing. We have 1282 divided by 4. And that's going to equal, let's see, that's 3, 2, Miss Brown's doing this in her head, 0.5, there we go, kilometers per hour. And because Atlanta, when we fly from Houston, not any place else, but we're saying Houston, we're going straight to the right, so that's east. So you see how we're doing that? And that's what you're going to do for each one of these. You're going to flip this paper over. You can do the back side. On the back side, you may skip problem number 1 and then complete the rest of the questions. Just hit submit on that. You don't have to hit share, just in Schoology, hit submit, and you're all good. All right, you guys have a great day. And here's our exit ticket, okay? And if you want to ask that, what do you think, which cities could not be? So you're going to have to read that paragraph in more detail. But I want to tell you all to have a great day, and that we'll see you all. And we're hoping to get some decent film we can put up to kind of show you what we did on the field trip so you can understand a little bit about what we learned about in an off-campus experience.